33rd in the country. Wow. I know that's the long 3 days. There you go.
So I told Mark I'd step in and chair until he showed up.
I
If he
saw
showed
that,
up.
I saw him the bank.
Is he
Yeah.
coming?
Yesterday, he said he was gonna try to come.
He doesn't know, so
Oh,
so I'll just open at 5:04.
okay.
And we got two
Are
two.
we enough for you to?
Fair.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we have two sets of minutes. One was from April 25th that I've been
Yeah.
trying to remind myself to get done.
Yeah.
Finally got them done. So I just need a motion for that
Okay, I'll
to accept the
make the
minutes.
motion.
All right. All in favor? Aye. So the other
I
set
actually
is,
read them too.
I
Yeah.
did read them,
You
too.
know.
I read them before I came here.
so then the other set was actually our last meeting.
Yeah.
That was on August 1st.
Yep.
So
Okay.
motion for that one.
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor? Okay,
I
that was
read those too.
all the business we had. So then we have
All right.
our application is for 45 Winston Road, assessor map 120, block 009, lot 009. William, I don't know how to say your last name. Nartowitz of Jewett Construction, some facade upgrades. And I thought I saw signage replacements for the Subaru dealer for Gengris Subaru at 45 Winston Road. So can you pass me one of those? Yeah, I don't have one for myself after I passed them all out. So we have a packet that's got his application form and set of photographs. So I'll let you take it away.
Sure. The Subaru dealership, has been wanting to go for a little bit of a refresh. They don't quite meet the standards that Subaru was like, so Subaru wants them to cut down that tower, which is too tall. And put on a fascia on top of the crown molding, on top of the ACM band that has the Subaru center on it, metal ACM band.
Okay.
I'm gonna put probably an 8-inch fascia on that that has a blue stripe, and that is what Subaru would like to see on there. And then they want the signage replaced. It's just a replacement in kind of the signage is gonna get me larger. It's the logo got a little different. They just want to put a new blue acrylic, backlit in the same box that's there, and they wanted to take off. the
So I'm
words,
sorry, just for clarification, which signage are we talking about?
that big one.
Oh, okay.
They're just gonna take that off and replace it in kind, and these letters come off and they come right back on.
Gotcha.
I guess the font might have changed. The refresh of the.
Yeah, so, but it's the same dimensions,
Same.
same color,
Same
yeah.
colors. Yeah.
Okay.
Where center is, it's Gengris.
The centers will be Gengris, and then here where it says service on the side, it says like drive-through. We're actually getting rid of the words drive-through. And it's
Okay.
just gonna say service, so we're reducing the signage there. And then there's a pylon sign that's on site that says Subaru.
That's out near is it
And-
near the entrance over here?
It is, you might see it in the contextual photos that I took from Google Earth looking up and down the street, but that sign also just, the plastic is replaced in that sign.
Okay.
So
So that, can't picture it.
I'm not sure if I have.
Well, you don't have a picture of what it's gonna.
I don't have a picture of what the new sign is gonna look like. It's basically the same sign, just a
What was
minor
the
modification.
blue stripe you mentioned?
Sure.
What was that?
Oh, I see it. There it is. Okay.
You don't have a
I
mock-up or a.
I
sketch
don't.
of that?
don't have a rendering of it, but
Okay,
there's
so-
if you look at the elevations that I provided in this set, there is a new trim that's gonna go above this.
The trim across the top?
Trim just across the top, and it matches what's here,
Oh, okay.
except there's just a blue stripe. And that's-
So-
you'll see that's the iconic Subaru dealership brand. It's
As well as my color printer would print it.
correct.
Yeah.
So, does this surface stay the same?
Same color.
Same color? So it's not even,
Same
you're not
color.
even doing,
Well, we are, when you take the signs down, there's holes in it where they mounted, the
You mean
the
the
Subaru
letters?
signage.
yeah.
So when we take the sign off and replace it, we're just gonna put up a new piece.
A new panel or
Same
whatever
color.
it is.
Just drilling holes so that it's is
But
clean.
but it's the
because-
same paneler, same color,
Correct,
and look exactly the same.
correct.
And you
Yeah.
said, and you said this centerpiece or this piece is this changing too?
It is, yes, it's too tall, the Subaru standards, it's too tall, and they want us to cut it down about 3 feet, so it's only gonna be about 2 feet above.
So, okay, so that sign's actually not moving then, it's gonna,
The sign's gonna move a little lower.
oh, just down,
A
okay.
little lower,
All right,
yeah,
gotcha.
it'll be in line with the Subaru.
I got you.
can see
So
the
they're all gonna be in a
elevations
line,
that are
yeah.
provided.
Then
No
you're
material on it.
You're gonna tear all those slate off.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the owner is having problems with the efflorescence, just keeps coming through. Whoever put that on there didn't put the
Okay.
correct mud set and grout on.
Oh.
And it's bled through about 4 times, and he's cleaned it,
Oh,
and he's upset. He wants us to
Okay.
take it down completely
Yeah,
and put it back right with no efflorescence, because he's sick of having
Mm.
cleaned it.
Okay.
so all this, what is it? Is it a,
That is slate.
it is a slate?
So that's gonna
Oh,
go
wow,
back
okay.
as slate, and it'll be a replacement in kind, just a little shorter.
Say, so do you salvage it or do you put?
Oh,
new?
we're not gonna be able to salvage that, no, I wish, but no.
Yeah, okay,
unfortunately.
so all new, but same color,
Same color.
same slate,
Yep,
okay.
Subaru hasn't changed any of their
Mhm.
colors in the last
Okay.
couple of years.
So,
which is
so
nice.
really in terms of facade, it's just the, basically the stripe that's gonna highlight the roof line.
It's
That's
like
right.
a Coping or whatever.
Okay.
you call
Yep.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's only on the front or the sides as well?
It wraps,
The wrap around?
it does. So it's gonna go wrap around everywhere there's an ACM band, so it goes all the way around and stops in the building. So, and that's
Oh, so
where,
it's stopping by the service.
and that's just where
service
where the storefront is
Yeah.
below.
bay. Okay, so it doesn't continue around like the service bay.
It does not go
Yeah.
back to
Gotcha.
the service bays at all,
Okay.
or where there's.
Because that's higher anyway than the service.
Correct.
And you said the service, the letters are coming off?
Correct. It still says service, but we're gonna get rid of drive-through.
Oh, I
Subaru
see.
doesn't like that. Extra signage, they want that gone. So.
It's
All right.
it's funny, isn't it? The way- Well, I think all dealers should sort of like that. With some
Well,
up
they-
at the top of East
yeah,
Main.
they
have a
then
whole
force them
front.
Very specific.
Force them to do all the tear down up there, yeah.
Yeah,
Luckily, Subaru hasn't changed their colors or anything over the last
okay.
10 years, so. When there is like a little bit of a refresh or rebranding.
And you said something about this pylon sign or?
Yeah.
So like you can see him on one of them. I did. Yeah, it's kind of on the street view one. You can see him.
Oh,
It's a square sign that exists on the
It looks like the-
corner
oh, here
of
we
the
go.
entrance to the lot. And
So is it just one, because there's two signs, is it just one of the two?
it would be bolted.
Both of them? Yes.
and what are you doing with those?
So, that is getting,
Oh, these two there?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
those two are getting, the acrylic will come out and it'll still say Subaru. I believe they tweaked their logo a little, and that's all.
Which is the logo replacement.
It's a logo replacement.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So but the background colors are all gonna be, see, the only time this commission, this committee reviews signage is if they're big freestanding signs generally. They want building signs, but if they're small signs, we usually don't bring them here, but these are
And the
pretty big.
Size remains the same.
Size remains the same. We're not gonna change the size.
Okay.
Just replace
Still blue and
the-
white background.
Replace that, acrylic piece that fits in there.
Yeah. I mean, I think these are relatively minor touch-up changes.
Yeah.
so,
Basically, what's
Mhm.
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
You know, Other than the tower being shorter, I don't think anybody will notice.
no, actually that trim, that blue trim might actually make the building pop a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might give it a nicer little accent. Yeah.
And originally on the drawings, that blue trim was supposed to be there. Didn't do it.
They didn't do it.
So now,
Okay,
you know, whatever, how many years later.
Well,
since it was
so-
Originally built, Subaru's.
So they're not gonna put the,
Put that back.
they're not gonna put the blue trimmer around the top of the service garage.
Correct, no, it's just that top portion, the showroom portion of the building.
No other exterior or site work.
There is a replacement in kind to the same, pad that's in front.
Oh,
It's cracked, it's just the display pad, is beat up,
so like the curb in
It's a
front of the.
concrete,
yeah.
work, that little lip
the
there,
concrete,
and
like a big sidewalk.
that big sidewalk that has like a little bit of a teardrop shape because they
Mhm.
display cars on it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be replaced because
Okay.
it's spalling and cracking.
Right around?
Yes, that, all that is getting replaced.
Okay.
The owner is quite upset that everyone comes to visit, has to
Oh.
see that first.
Wow.
He's like, I want
Okay.
that redone.
So no change to like the ADA access to the building or
No,
anything?
the tip downs will all remain, they'll all be put back in the
Okay.
same spots. We're not changing
So-
any of that.
Make sure with those ramps that if they're not ADA now, they will have to change to be
In
ADA.
terms of the slope.
So you're gonna have to check them.
Sure.
You can't just put it back and say it's okay.
No, we'll make
You know
sure
what I
it's the
mean?
correct slope.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They have to have the correct pitch and,
Yep.
and they have to be flush with the asphalt, no lip.
Okay.
So
Paul's the city engineer, so.
I'm the ADA police.
The ADA police.
Yeah,
Well, we're happy to, forward us and if you have a detail on that you want us to match, or we can just do it, the civil engineer, whoever.
if you have,
Who's gonna do
yeah,
the site work?
if you have a civil engineer,
Yeah.
they should know.
So what is that, about eight and something percent on the slope on the ramps?
Yeah, the slope up can be you don't have to put
8.3
the
or something.
tactile
I was just gonna
patterns
ask
in.
that.
So that building's been there a while.
You can if you want, it's not required because it's a
Okay.
private
Yeah.
site.
Okay.
So you can put them in, it's more the cross slope, not so much the long slope.
That is the hard one. to
So
get.
the cross slope has to match the two.
Do you think that's changed, Paul? I mean, since they put the building up?
Well, they're gonna replace it, so that's why, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
what
know.
what I find is some of these sites that they just didn't put them in
That's my.
to the right slope to
Yeah.
begin with, yeah.
Mhm.
And that has no bearing on the actual ADA parking space itself.
No, if it's not, it's a straight
I know,
replacement.
I know we had, well, Sullivan we made them redo theirs, but they were modifying them.
Yeah, and they were adding square footage, so they had to move, like, I think where they added that, for them, when they added that addition, they had to move
Right.
a couple of spaces to the other side of the building.
Right.
And it's not the same situation here.
Okay.
Cause they did an addition.
I would just, for your own, verification or due diligence, whatever you want to call it, check that your ADA parking spaces are also meet the ADA standards, which is basically no more than 2% in any direction for the entire area of the ADA, parking area.
Yeah.
Because that's really at your own risk, that if they're not, somebody has
Sure.
an issue.
So I
and-
understand that it's always from, the access point is from the parking spot all the way in the
Mhm.
building.
It's the
But,
entire, it's the
So
entire,
here we have an existing site that we're not touching, that
Mhm.
could have settled over time, but right now you're saying even though it is settled over time and something might be off, we're gonna have to go in and make sure all those grades are correct. Did I hear that
all
correctly?
all I will tell you is that as the property owner, it's incumbent of the property owner to make sure that their site is ADA compliant throughout.
Okay,
So if
Just
that,
to make sure you're
Yeah.
continuing to meet ADA.
yeah, I mean, it's in your
So-
the owner's best interest to make, I mean, it's no different than the building. I mean, you don't want your building to fall out of building code compliance, right?
that's true.
So the parking lot is no different as far as ADA goes.
The other more immediate thing is, since
Yeah.
you're gonna be replacing the concrete around the building,
Yeah.
that you make, that, we just make sure that
I tell people just because it's existing doesn't mean it meets code, and code can be anything, right? It can be a building code, it can be a zoning code, it can be an ADA code, so to speak, in the parking lot, so. And that's more
Okay.
so just for, your owner or your clients.
This is
owners.
the good thing about this committee is we're architectural review, but the city planner and city engineer sit on it. So you get a little more feedback beyond just architecture,
No, that's actually helpful. We appreciate it.
so.
No, we'll do our best.
Yeah, just as for your own, information or due diligence. It's
Okay.
always good to keep that in mind. And if you wish, I can always come out and take a look and assess,
Yeah.
help you assess it all if you want.
Well, that'll be part of the process. There's building inspection in this town, and so that's part of the
Yeah.
process, right?
Yes, and
Okay,
when
great.
you do go for your final CO, or even if you want to call me, before that,
Okay,
to come out,
So-
because I will probably be looking at the sidewalk as part of your CO.
The building official, the building department starts the CO in our system. And we have some departments that need to sign off on it. So that's when you'll need to talk to Paul, because he'll need to, sign off on the CO.
Okay.
Yeah, and even when you're doing the work, like even before you pour the concrete.
Yeah.
If you have any questions or whatever, I'd be happy to come up.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, which,
Excellent.
you know, I'd rather come out and talk to you about it before you pour it than tell you you got a problem after it's
Yeah.
poured. And believe me, I do that a lot too, unfortunately, because people don't call.
The 6 Ps.
Hmm, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
But in terms of the architecture piece, I think we can entertain a motion for a positive
Yeah.
recommendation on it.
I'll make a motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
second, all right, all in favor, aye,
Aye.
all right,
Mhm, yeah.
and that's it, all right,
Yes.
all right, I'm gonna just hit stop on this.
We look forward to